Coach, a big victory, breaking the losing streak here against Ohio here at home on Senior Day. Just take us through your opening thoughts on the game.
Well, these days are always tricky because you have so many emotions going on, with the seniors and with me because I'm a softie, so I get just as emotional as they do typically. But we had a good few days preparing for this team and a good few days of sharing memories of the seniors, so as to kind of get some of that stuff. Actually, so we can talk about some of that stuff in a private setting as opposed to trying to do it in this kind of a setting where, there's a game and a lot of family members going on. So it's been a fun week in terms of that and listening to their stories and listening to them to tell things that are memorable to them and advice to the ones that are left in the locker room there. So it's been really good.
What did you tell your team in the halftime in the locker room at halftime? You really came out of that third quarter and won the game there.
Yeah, our big thing was trying to get offensive rebounds, honestly. So two things. Tactically, we were trying to get to the free throw area more with our offense, with our cuts, screening action that led into the free throw area, which I thought we did a decent job of that. And then secondly was trying to manufacture, knowing we only scored 24 points in that first 20 minutes, was that we had to get some second chance stuff. And I thought Hannah and Abby and Taylor, all three of them were in there trying to keep the ball alive, and we actually did manufacture 8 points from second chance stuff, and that might be as high as many points as we've ever been able to do with that. So we needed it, got us going, but I really think the storyline was just coming out in the first three possessions and scoring and having our team say, aha, the ball does actually go through the net.
What did you see from Hannah? Obviously a tough game for her at Ball State, and you said she was kind of battling a little bit of sickness. So what did you see from her? She filled up the scoring column here today.
Yeah, she was really strong, physical, caught everything that came into her in the lane, and had some really tough finishes in the rim and some tricky ones, having to come back and do some step-throughs on that. So just really a typical Hannah day, and you're not going to keep her down long with her performance. I still think it had a little bit to do with the sickness that she didn't know was actually settling in. She missed the next day of practice not feeling good. So a healthy Hannah is a really good thing for our basketball team.
There was a moment early in that third quarter where your two starter seniors hit back-to-back threes. Do you think that was a spark for you guys?
Yeah, it really was. I think for both of them, because I don't know what their stats were at that point, and I think they both needed to see the ball go through the net. So I think that was momentous situation for us. Just hitting them was one thing, but hitting them with those two players being the ones that hit them were an added bonus.
Williams had a double-double, her ninth of the season. What do you make of her performance?
It's good. She's staying very active. I think she's making some really good decisions with the ball when she gets herself into traffic, which has been the biggest growth in her game. But I just think her energy, she's playing with a lot of energy on both sides of the ball for the most part. And we need that. She does a lot for us. We ask her to bring the ball in the break. We ask her to get every rebound, in essence, on the defensive end. And she's been there for us when we need her.
We just looked at the MAC standings. You guys are in 7th right now. What do you make of the playoff push going forward?
Well, we think we need to win our last two games, and I don't think that guarantees us getting into the tournament. So I think the MAC tournament, the people that are there's some that are gonna know what they're doing before that last game, but there's a lot of us that aren't gonna know what we're doing until about 4:15 or 4:30 a week from today when the final horns go off for several games that are going to be big games.
Here was senior Maddie Waters, one of 3 seniors celebrating Senior Day. Maddie, we talked to on the ESPN interview post-game, and you seem very happy with the results. So just take us through getting the big win here today.
It honestly feels incredible. On Senior Day, we couldn't ask for more. I know all of us seniors were super emotional and super excited about today, and to pull out this win is honestly so special.
Back to that back-to-back threes right there in the early stages of the third quarter that really kind of propelled you guys to the win. You hit one, and then Abby Voss, fellow senior, hits one as well. You guys look at each other. How special is that?
That was honestly one of the most special moments of my career. We both were talking to each other, and we had chills. We just looked at each other running down court and couldn't have smiled any bigger, honestly. It was one of the most special moments we could have had.
How great is it to get a win down the stretch here? You're trying to get to Cleveland. You have arch rivals coming up with Central Michigan. So how do you guys take this win and run with it the rest of the way here?
I think we just got to use it to build our momentum, stay focused on the next game, and prep how we always do, and just know that these 2 next games are the most important. We want to get to Cleveland, and we'll do everything it takes.
Maddie, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.